Welcome to day 2 of Notion November, and today we're going to start with building something easy. I think one of the first places to start when you're doing this type of thing is just build something that's easy, functional. So we're going to build an About Me page, a bio page. You can use this for any sort of informational sheet that you might hand out. As a matter of fact, sooner or later, we're going to build a list of all of our affiliate links, so we can make that extra cake. Anyway, I wanted to start out with something easy so that you can get an idea of the way that the building structures work and the blocks and some of the commands that you can use inside of Notion. This is a very typical bio page. I highly suggest you play around and make yours cuter than what I'm going to build, but we'll get down to the basics. Now, some people are having issues getting into the main section here. Let me show you what that looks like real quick. And if you are, just DM me on IG. My IG is Doc Rock on Instagram. I'll put the link on the page somewhere over here. You can just click there, DM me on IG, whatever your Notion email address is, and I'll manually add you because right now the system's not working. And give me a day or two to figure out a better way to handle this. But for right now, we're just going to build a new page. So to make a new page, you just hit the little plus sign. I already have a blank new page sitting right here. Now, when you get to this blank page, I'm going to call this Welcome to My Page. Something super simple. Nope. Welcome to My Page. There you go. We're going to call it that. And I wonder if Mac transforms working here. No, they don't. Anyway, we'll change this later. We're not going to stress over it. Now I'm going to add an icon. You can select from any one of these icons that are normal, Apple emojis. You also have the flat color icons that are available here in Notion. And if you click on this dot, you can select any color that you want. So we can go to pink or orange or purple. So I can leave it at purple. But also you can upload something. So what I want to do here is upload a little PNG file that I have. And let's go ahead and put that, because definitely don't want a paddle ball up there. I'll hit save and let it handle its business. So now we have that. The next thing I'm going to want to do is go up here to the top, and I want to replace this cover. So let me click on add cover. It's right under this icon. And then it will put something in there. I'm always laughing at what they put in here. Some kind of weird picture. I have no idea. But let me show you how to change that, because this is definitely not me. Click on change cover. And so you have these gradients. You have something from the James Webb Telescope, NASA archives. Scroll down in here. There's some Met Museum. Here's some cool Japanese ones that are in here, which I will select because you guys know me. Let's go for the Red Mountain here. And then click on reposition that cover. So I'll drag it down so we can tell that it's a little mountain. And I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to say save. But one other thing I wanted to show you is that you could click on Unsplash, type in your favorite thing. So you know what it is for me. It's coffee. You can use any of these images too, and they will, give you that same sort of lovely feeling if you wanted to place one of those. And again, once you pick a cover, you can readjust that. Now, one thing about this layout here, I don't like it sitting flat here in the middle. So if you click on the 3 dots all the way up here in the corner, if you come down, you can go to full width. That is there. You could also use smaller text, but since I'm old, I'm going to leave it on huge text. And if you go to customize page, you can turn off page discussions, table of contents, things of that nature. I'm going to leave those intact. So we're going to come back here. It's basically all we need to do. Now, the first thing I want to do is add a block to put some information. So let's do this. Actually, I'm going to change this up real quick. I'm going to copy this and then change it to my name. Come on, dude. This is why you guys don't let me type. Okay. Now I'm going to come here and I want to put H1. That's a heading. And then for the heading, I'm going to do welcome to my page. Now, that looks a little bit boring. So what we're going to do is click on the little 6 dots here, right? I call it the grabber. And then I'm going to say turn into, and I want to turn this into a call out, which you see right here. And notice that Notion gives you a little image of what it's going to look like. So I'm going to go ahead and hit that, and you see this. Now I got a perfect call out. Now you guys are probably not be purple. So you hit on the color and you could change the background to whatever you want. You could even use a default background, which is no background. right? So I'm going to change that back because, I'm actually feeling the purple. So I'll leave it there, but I just want to let you know you can go to color. Now, the other way to do that is to sit here and type /callout, which will exactly do the same thing. However, if you ever want to change your mind on something, notice all I had to do was say turn into, and then I could have it turn into any one of these sort of things. Okay, so I just wanted to keep that in mind. So under this, welcome to my page, I'm going to hit enter real quick, and I'm going to put in some text. I have a little script that does Greek text. Ignore that. It's just my cheating. It's part of Text Expander. I use it all the time for my graphic design days just to sort of line some things in here. And then one other thing I'm going to add to this right now is, go back. I want to click in this next little bottom section and I want to do /toggle. And that's going to put in a toggle list. Okay. And so right now in this list, it won't do much, but I can open and close this toggle as we add some items to the toggle. So that's what we want to do there. Now I'm going to click under here and I want to put in an image. So I'm going to hit /image and then hit enter. And at this time, I'm going to pick something from Unsplash and then I'm going to do Osaka because that's where I'm going. Give it a chance to think. Let's find something to put in here. Something cool. Let's grab these Darumas and then give it a second and boom, there goes the Daruma image. It's kind of hugified, but it's okay. We're going to let that live because what I want to do is show you if I right click on here, I can add another block, right? I can, hit on the plus sign here. I can add a block. It's going to add a block below this, right? And under the block below this, I want to add a quote. Okay, so we're going to put in our quote there. And then I'm going to go grab a quote that I have upon me clipboard here. And I'm just going to paste it in. So let me grab that and then paste in my quote. Nope, don't want that. Bam. So there's my quote. Okay. Now, what I wanted you to see is on this image is so huge. Clicking on this plus sign will add another block below. But this time I'm going to hold option click to put a little new guy above it. And this time I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to get for my columns, right? And you can scroll. You notice that takes too long. This is why we use the shortcut key. But I just wanted to show you if you forget the shortcut key, which is /, I'm just going to use this to create 2 columns. And so now what I'm going to do is take this image and place it into the first column, which makes it smaller. And then I'm going to make sure that my quote is also in that first column. So those two are together. Okay. And then in this next column, I have a whole nother area here. I can add another thing. So in this guy, I want to hit /H. Let's do H1. I'm going to come down and hit H1. And then I'm going to do content creation. Boom. So there's that. Okay. We want to capitalize that. And then I'm going to come down and I want to add a divider. So I can go /div, which will give me the divider. Now notice when I hit /div, I get this shortcut key to the side of it, which is the 3 minuses or 3 dashes, right? So we're going to let that stand for now. And real quick, I'm going to do a lorem 1 just for my little text here. And then I'm going to hit toggle /toggle, right? And then I'm going to enter out of that. Go back. Sorry. I'm going to come down after that. And then I'm going to do, instead of doing heading 1 this time, I'm going to just put one of these. And then I'm going to say coaching philosophy. Missed. Coaching philosophy. All right. It missed it anyway, but we're going to call it that. And then I can move it out. And I'm going to fix this because it didn't do what I wanted it to do. But you can just click on anything that you, stop that. Click on anything that you typed and then do turn into, and I'm just going to do it as a heading 1, right? So let's do that. And then I can close this toggle right here. I don't need it. And then I'm going to do one more divider. So I'm going to just do minus, minus, minus. That creates a divider. My text expander just died. So we're just going to cheat. I'm going to copy this. And on this next one, I'm going to add toggle again. All right. And then for the one after, I'm just going to click on this block and then say duplicate, which will do the same thing. Pull it down here and then add my divider. All of a sudden, my text expander don't want to work, which kills me. Oh, there we go. Now we got it. And then I'll add one more toggle. All right, so now, super simple. Let's say, what do I want to put in this toggle? Under this content creation thing, under this toggle, I'm going to put my website. So I'm just going to put, let's see, web. And then I'm going to hit https://docmerch.com. Now, you got that. Bingo. So that totally works. And then under here, let's do another one. And I'm going to say embed bookmark URL. Let's do a URL. So it's there. And for some reason, it didn't go where I wanted it to go. And then do it as a URL. And I'll take this one and just put more information here. More information. All right, there we go. There we go. So now I'm going to take this, copy the same, put the title there for this toggle, and then same for this toggle. And then in the toggle block, if you turn it down, I can do another, right? And so what happens is people can close this or open it as needed, right? And then this is what an embed looks like when it's flushed out. This is what an embed looks like when it's not flushed out. But you can put multiple links down here, right? So I could add my, like there's that. Then I can add my, let's see, what comes after that? Oh, it didn't work. I forgot all of the ones I had. And then do it as a mention. There we go. So then I can take this first one and delete it. All right, there. We'll just call it those for now. And again, we can always come in here and adjust any of these. So now that we have this block is also adjustable. If I grab the little line, I can, make it bigger, smaller, so forth, so on, etc. I'm going to go about yo big. And then down here, I'm going to add one more thing. I want to add a call out. And then in this call out, I want this to be a way for folks to contact me. So let's turn this call out into blue and then click this icon. And I want to change this into a telephonon. And that's a good one. It's really weird. They got the old phone. Like, fam, give me the, what is the word I'm looking for? Rotary phone or something of that nature. Anyway, so I'm going to just paste in a little block I got. And then I'm going to put this into the little column because I don't want it to be that wide. Okay, so here's a cool little page. Super, super simple. And later, we'll come in, we'll add a little database, but it didn't take much and I can make this page available. Of course, I will come back in and fill in some of these things. So what I want to show you real quick is I could click on this and then I want to copy the link to this block. right? And then I'm going to go here and I'm going to type slash table of contents, boom. And then there it is. I have the links to this block. So if I click this, it's here. This is here. This is here. Notice, and it's bringing me down. So here's my table of contents. And then I can, set this toggle up. But of course, it's probably helpful to tell people that this is a table of contents, right? Table of contents. And then let me go ahead and capitalize that since it's dumb. And there you go. So that's it. Actually, I want to take this particular segment here and I want to bold it. So I embiggen it there. And then again, of course, you could always, change the heading, make it larger. Let's do this toggle heading 2. So that's a little bit cleaner. And then I could take all of these links and why'd you put that there? This one shouldn't be there, but I wonder if I can hide this initial one. I think I'd have to take this and change it off of a heading 1 and change it into something else in order for it to get it to disappear from the table of contents. So we're just going to take that and turn it into text. There we go. And then I could take this one, also turn it into text. I wanted it to be a heading 2, but not like a table of contents heading 2. You know what I mean? And now I'm going to turn this back into a toggle. Let's see if that works. All right. Anyway, more playing around, but that's basically what you need. You could also just take out the table of contents itself, right? And just put actual links in here. So if I come here and I put in a paste, right? And then I can put that as a URL. Sorry, I just messed it up. If I put in a paste and then put that as a mention, there you go. So then it could be like that. And I could do the same for this, right click upon it and say, copy link to a block and then bring that down, paste it in that way. And you could even say it's a synced block, which puts the whole block in there. We don't want to do that. So paste that in there and then do it as a mention again. And so that way I can have the table of contents and, it would jump down to these various areas. So there's a couple different ways you can do that. So if I copy this link and then delete this and then do one more, paste in the URL, hit mention, and then now I have the same thing. I don't know why that didn't work. Let me grab this one from down here just in case. And then change this guy. Select that as a mention. There we go. So now this also works without having the extra parts that are there. And that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So a couple different things you could do. I just want to show you real quick. I highly suggest you get in there and play around, design it up however you want to design it. Some other kind of cool things you can do. Let's throw a divider right here. And let's say I want to embed a music player. So when someone's here and they're hanging out and they want to listen to a little music, I'll just go ahead and slip in this thing. I'll go ahead and hit embed, give it a second to think. And then now we got our little music player right here. And again, you can size this by closing this guy up, then you can add 2 columns and then stick another one. So I'll show you what I mean. If I go here and I'll go 2 columns, bingo. And then I could drag this column to this area here. And then I could take this video and drag it into the column block. And then now I can add the other piece on the other side. You know what I mean? So there's a couple different things you can do. You can play around and just sort of see what type of stuff you come up with. But yeah, that is it. That is it. So you know what we say. Thank you, anybody who's rocking along with Notion November. If you got ideas of something you want to try to build, let me know. Like, I am legit just playing live as I get my hands back used to doing these things and wrap my head around this stuff, going through some of the tutorials, finding videos to watch. But yeah, we just having fun. We're going to learn Notion together. So if you're down for the brown, come and kick it. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if it's you, let me know in the comment section below. And right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch. And I agree with them.
Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Fumble a bag, now I will not fumble a bag. Act like you know how this goes.